We tried to live the life family-wise and as close as we were and still are as a family. We try every day to keep him in our hearts.
You know, you always hear that song, you know, what you would do when you were dying and just things like that. And for my dad to be able to get that opportunity was just fantastic. And I mean, like I said, for the family and us, couldn't have been a better day. But the smile on his face, oh my God.
Hospice is really a philosophy, and so it's a philosophy of care for patients who have a chronic illness or a terminal illness, and it focuses mainly on symptom control. So symptoms could be things like pain or shortness of breath or nausea. And hospice nurses are available 24 hours a day to help patients with that symptom management. Not only that, though, hospice is also important in the control of emotional and spiritual symptoms, and so hospice nurses to attempt to provide care in those areas as well. And that's kind of where the Sharing Wishes Fund comes in. The Sharing Wishes Fund allows these people to, the patients in hospice, to realize some goal that might not have been met during their lifetime. You could call it a bucket list item. The Sharing Wishes Fund can allow a patient who has a family member who lives far away, who can't afford to travel to Springfield to see the patient. It can provide funds for that travel, can provide funds for a party, or sometimes just funds for a night out. And it can take the patient's mind away from the illness that they're facing at the present time.
I remember that morning the hairdresser actually came to the house and did her hair. She got all gussied up for it.
She really had a good time and enjoyed the meal, and she was just kind of overwhelmed. All the food was lots of food, so she just couldn't believe that someone would want to do that for her, you know.
They have gotten so many cards saying that they were a great example of love and togetherness, and it's just been awesome. They were anxiously waiting to see if they were going to make it to their 75th wedding anniversary, and they did.
And he thought that would be an awesome idea. So we called Melissa, the social worker, and she was able in a very short amount of time to get a hold of Shed's Aquarium, and they donated the tickets for us, and Sharing Wishes provided the train tickets and then spending money for them to be able to buy souvenirs and food and stuff while they were gone. And he knew it was going to be a really long day for him, but he knew that taking the train would be a great way for him. The kids, he said the kids always wanted to talk about riding on a train, so he thought that would be great. And I can remember when we came back after his trip, my first visit back, the grandkids happened to be there after school, and the little girl just nonstop talk about Shed's Aquarium, and he kept trying to shoo her out of the room, and he got her out of the house eventually outside to play, and she come running back in, and she had a handful of dandelions that she gave me, and she thanked me for taking care of her grandpa.
If anybody knew my dad, he was from a young age, he started racing when he was 16 years old. And racing was in his blood. It was in all of our family's blood. Whether we liked it or not, it was in our blood. And, you know, he just adored Lincoln Speedway. You know, he was, I think, blind in one eye. And at the age of 65, I think he decided he wanted to go back to racing again. And I can't believe it, but we got him in a car and he raced for a couple seasons. And, you know, that was the day that he just said he wanted to go out there one more time. And at the time, he hadn't even been driving for 2 or 3 months. So I didn't think this was going to be possible, but it was a great day. We got in the car, in the truck. It was a 1978 pickup truck that he completely restored. And I thought I was going to drive him around the track. As we're going to the truck, he says, "I'm driving." And I had to put the truck in gear for him. And we get on the track, and I think we're just going to putt around, and we're going to wave at the fans. And as we went on the track, the first thing he told me to do was buckle up. And he went a bat out of hell around that track for 3 laps. And I was holding on for dear life. But the smile on his face, oh my God. He actually died 30 days to the day that he got to do his final wish. And we all got tired of hearing about it every day. I mean, everybody that came to visit, it just made his day. I mean, he actually said it was one of the best days of his life.
Bill was quite a woodworker, and he had a woodworking shop, and the doctors had advised him that he probably shouldn't do any of that anymore. And one day he was sitting there and he said, "You know what? I think we should turn my woodworking shop into a cabin for the boys." We have 2 little great-grandsons and some granddaughters. And he said, I think that's what we should do. So we got rid of all the woodworking tools and we started turning it into a Smoky Mountain cabin, because that was our favorite family place to go when all the kids were at home, and we took the grandkids with us too and everything. Daddy was on hospice then, and the girls said, "How about if we help?" And so we started inviting people, and I don't remember how many were there, but lots, and we had a big winter roast, and Bill was in the wheelchair, and we wheeled him out, and he cut the ribbon for the Smoky Mountain cabin, and that was the first time he got to see it. Our little great-grandson helped him cut the ribbon, and it was just an awesome moment for him. It was just like he was seeing his heritage go on. It's just been our little getaway cabin ever since. And this summer, the kids and I, in June, are going back to the Smoky Mountains one more time with memories in our hearts of all the fun things that we did in the Smokies.
I'd say thank you to everybody that helps us with this. My job is to come in and to take care of somebody at the worst point of their life, and it's hard for me to be able to bring joy to a really sad situation. But being able to help them fulfill these dreams that they have, it gives us a bright spot. It gives us something for our patients to look forward to when really they don't have a lot to look forward to anymore. And it makes my job easier, knowing that I can help provide comfort to not only the patient but to their families.